Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to All Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show. That's where I go for the latest planned info. So all around town radio show for the music that troubles my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Hey, everybody. Good evening, afternoon. We finally got access here. Glad we could be with you on this wonderful, what is it? A Monday. It's the 30th of January. Let me know. Give me a sound check out there, people. I've been having some sound issues lately. Been doing a little clicking and stuff. It's kind of crazy. It is. I'm trying to get some things on the screen here fixed for you. There we go. All right. Welcome to the program. Let's see who's checking in today. Drop your name or somebody say hi in the comments. Let us know you're out there. Let's see what we got going on here. Wow. We got Dale Robinson in the house. How you doing, Dale? Can you give me a big woo? Give me a woo, Dale. That's what I want to know. Rob Paisley on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Steve Stein. Thank you for being here. Glenn checking in on YouTube. Also, the Wanderers Mrs. Hall Around Town has joined the party. Hi, Liz. Welcome to the party today on a Monday. Hello, Scotty Long. Casey Gomez in the house. Going to be talking about him and his wonderful band here in just a minute. Let me turn the theme song off. There we go. Yes, Sweet Sister Mercy. That's a great theme song, but it is long. It is. We know that. We're working on a little shorter version to do the intro with. We'll play it in its entirety sometimes at the end of the show. Ray Renee, thank you for dropping by. Hi, Richard. Thank you for being here. Toy Hobbs in the house. We are not going to discuss the Bengals game today. Somebody mentioned that earlier. No, not going to discuss it. They had a great season. Congrats to our Cincinnati Bengals. And we'll leave it at that. No room for debate. It's over. It's over. Hi, Skip from Liars for Hire. Thank you for being here. Hi, Marie. Thank you for joining us today. I am having trouble seeing my screen, people. I'm sorry. This whole eyesight thing just drives me crazy. Hollywood, thanks for the sound check. Marie, thanks for the sound check. I appreciate that. We're going to talk about Mr. Hollywood here in just a minute as well. Scotty Long sound checking me. Thank you. Hi, Diana. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. We've got an announcement. Watch for our show tomorrow and again on Wednesday. This week, Wednesday, we're going to have the folks on from Autism Rocks, and we're going to talk about Autism Rocks 14. But I'm going to be mentioning a show Diana's got going in February. She's doing an art show, and we're going to mention that. And it's going on February through March. We're going to talk about that as well. So join us for all kinds of good info coming up this week. Mason Johnson from CFG and the family in the house. Hi, Bill. It was great to see you over the weekend. What else we got here? Dale Robinson. There's who he got to see. Yes, he got to see Haywired at Nick and Norm's on Saturday. Dale Robinson. He's a huge supporter of live local music. There's his woo. I got the woo in there. Thank you, sir. Pete Davidson also. Man, we got the whole CFG family here. And the family in the house. What's up, Hollywood? Toy, thank you for the sound check. Patrick O'Neill, thanks for being here. Hey, if you guys haven't seen it yet, we have a few new things up, events on our page. So check out those events, which includes Autism Rocks 14 on February 19th, where I'll be emceeing that show along with some other fine hosts. And it's a big day, man. Great lineup, musicians and such. We'll be talking about that here shortly. What's going on, Rooster Fries? Good to have you with us. Yes. What else we got? Man, you guys are rolling the comments in. I'm going to have to get started here in just a minute, but Glenn saying great show at Pullman Lanes. Wow, he was there Friday to see CFG and the family for the first time. Glenn was responsible for those wonderful lanyards. Thank you, Glenn, for that. And laminates. Oh, yes. Dewey said he loved the pics of CFG. Thank you. Well, Diana's were much better than mine. I will say that. I put mine up. I don't know. Diana, did you get any of us giving Hollywood his award? Because ours are terrible for it. The light just wasn't right for those. So if you did, please post them or send them to me or something. We'd love to have those. Hi, Courtney Holloway. Thank you for dropping in. Good to see you. Andrew, thank you for being here. 0 hour in the house. Yes, James Banks. Thank you, sir. Tell me I'm looking good. Well, I'm staring at the screen because I can't see today for some reason. It's this old age thing, people. It really is. Really is. Buckeye Dave said he missed me at White Liger Rocks. Well, yeah, a lot of people missed me this weekend, and I missed a lot of people this weekend. But we had a great time there for the fun evening, 2 nights straight at Pullman Lane, celebrating our friend Hollywood's birthday. And all those fun things we did. Yes, I'm going to try to get to all these comments, guys. I'm looking at them as they pop up here, but I've got to talk about our weekend. That's what we're here for. It is the weekend update from All Around Town Radio from the beautiful studios in downtown Springboro, Ohio. Welcome to the program today, guys. Good to have you with us. It is National Croissant Day, in case you wanted to know. And it is also National Bubble Wrap Day. So wrap yourself in bubble wrap so you don't get hurt, and enjoy the day, people. Just in case you wanted to know what national day it was. Yes, thank you, Eva. Appreciate you being here. Scotty Long. Yes, Scotty Long says not exactly what, well, none of us were hoping for that. You know, that's a bummer, but it is what it is. Not going to change it at this point, are we? We can talk about it all we want, but not going to change it. Oh, Diana, I'm saddened. Saddened. But maybe we got some. We'll see what happened. Hi, Butch from 0 Hour. Thank you for being here. All right, guys, let's talk about our weekend. First of all, let's go back and start it out on last Wednesday. All Around Town Radio made a little stop at Milano's in Miamisburg, Ohio to hear Benny Bodine. Got a chance to check out the wonderful sounds of Benny. Benny's a fantastic singer and acoustic artist, also has a band as well. So if you've not checked out Benny Bodine's page, please check him out, if you will. And Benny was there again. And if you're in the area on a Wednesday night ever and you're up in the Dayton area, stop in to Milano's in Miamisburg. It's on Route 741, just south of the Dayton Mall area. And they have live music every Wednesday and have a good list of musicians that play in there. So please give them a check out. And Benny Bodine playing everything from, of course, Benny and the Jets to, gosh, you know, some 90s rock favorites, going old school with some things. So I really enjoyed hanging out there for about the hour or so. We got to see Benny Bodine on Wednesday night. Hi, Patricia. It was great to see you Friday night. We're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. Absolutely. Oh, that's funny. Your little guy's popping Amazon bubble wrap right now, Scotty said. Well, it's National Bubble Wrap Day. Let him know. He's doing it in honor of bubble wrap today. He is. Welcome to the program, everybody. All Around Town Radio, your number one source for live local music, news, bands, venues, and more. And we're moving into our Thursday night. If you saw somebody play over the weekend and you didn't get it in our post that we had on our page, please drop it in the comments here. We'd love to hear from you, and also include who you went to see and where you went to see them. That's what we want to see in those posts. If you will, give them a little shout out. Thursday, I want to thank everybody for the wonderful views again on our live at 5 program, Who's Playing Out. Every Thursday, we bring it to you, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe. And over 4,000 views again on that one. I think 4,200 views on that show. So it's paying off for you guys to share. We appreciate it. Keep those shares going, and keep the musicians and venues we talk about in the limelight. That's what we want to do, folks. So thank you very much for that. Thursday night at the Bell and the Bear, we were there for a wonderful evening of musical mayhem, as I like to refer to it. Bell and the Bear rocked on Thursday night. It was amazing. That's all I can say is it was amazing. So many great players. It was a who's who of Cincinnati music and some Dayton folks who came down for the night. Steve Krakus from Mad Hatter, Aaron Thomas from the Iron Maiden tribute to Aces High, and they got up with Rick Kern and did a Van Halen tribute in honor of what would have been Eddie Van Halen's 68th birthday. Oh my gosh, killed it. Just an amazing night. Gina McCann in the house as well. We had TJ up there slaying it as he always does. Rick Kern, his vocals are amazing, and his ability to play. Jamie Combs, one of the hosts of the event, they're just shredding the guitar. And of course, Jim Cuesta, always the music professor on keyboards. Kevin Cooper, the musical director and orchestrator of all that is good at the Bell and the Bear, along with a host of bass players that night. Kathy Laverde, one of the other hosts there, and Travis Hanna on drums. David Parks stepping in on drums as well out of Nashville. He's currently touring with the Bellamy Brothers. And just, I can't talk enough about Thursday nights. Thursday nights are amazing. If you haven't been there, please go check it out. Go check it out. Let's see what Steve has to say here. I've got to get this. I got to figure these glasses out. There we go. Steve says it was a whirlwind of music this week. You got to see a lot of stuff too. You were at Lynch Mob, I think, also, Steve. But Steve, I got to say, man, you blew us away down there at the Bell, and you made your mark in the Cincinnati music scene. Everybody loved you and loved what you're all about. And of course, you know, everybody loves Van Halen, and Steve can play it. He sure can. I hope your weekend of music went well too, Steve, that you guys played. Mad Hatter played JD Legends on Saturday night, so I hope that went well for you. Looked like you had a great crowd there. Hi, Brian Scott from Gray Days. How are you, man? Good to have you with us. Steve Short in the house. How you doing, Steve? Thank you for dropping by. So Thursday at the Bell, a few more items on that one. One thing about the Bell and the Bear, too, the family there of people who come to see music. Some people come in. Bill comes in and he videos, puts those videos up. Cricket puts the videos up. Ed Sawicki takes some incredible photos. Ed was not there. Unfortunately, he was in Memphis for the International Blues Convention or conference or challenge or whatever. Sorry, guys. I'm still hacking. But Ed didn't take pictures that night, so I took some that were terrible. There we go. That's better. How's everybody's throat doing today? You all right? Wow. I have been struggling with this for 3 weeks. Honest to goodness. Maybe I should go to the doctor. Think that would work. And yes, Gary said Thursday night jam nights in the house of Karis. Thank you for that, Gary. And Steve, of course, saying humbled. Yeah, you were jamming with some rock stars there, and you guys made it all happen. Great vibes at the Bell and the Bear. That's all we can say about that. And Ross says he's noticed attendance up at shows in the last few weeks. That's awesome. Yes, everybody's saying that. We're out of the holiday season, moving into the time where things really pick up until it gets warm outside, and then all the outdoor events start. But glad to hear that. And yes, Dale has the woo throat. We love you, Dale, man. It was great to see you Friday night. That was so much fun to see you there. And we got a picture posted on our page of Mr. Dale. He's an amazing dude and certainly supports local music like none other. So that's all I got to say about the Bell, really. You guys, if you haven't been there, go. And not just on Thursday. We talk about Thursday a lot, but the Bell and the Bear has a wonderful music lineup all week long, including some great things happening there on Tuesday night with Jamie Combs and his acoustic residency. And then Wednesday, she alternates some things. You'll see Rick Kern there one night. You'll see Johnny and Gina there one night on a Wednesday throughout the month. You'll see me there next week. Actually, we'll be there. Not this week, but next week we'll be there with Name That Tune. So it'll be a great time as well. And Dave Shore said he was super impressed at the Bell and the Bear on Thursday. And Dave, you can appreciate Jeff Vance, who was running sound, and how difficult that is with that many players coming up and down and plugging in and out and doing all those things. And Jeff did a great job. He got it dialed in within the first few songs, and that's the way it works every week. That's why the house band does play a set of songs to kind of get everything dialed in and ready to go. And it's a great time. It really is. Go see the Bell and the Bear. Our friend Karis down there. She'll be live with me tomorrow. She's going to be live here with Hot Topic Tuesday. We'll release that topic in the morning, so be watching for that one. We haven't decided on it yet. We're toying between a couple of them. So please be with us and check it out. Ray says Jeff Vance is a beast. Thank you for that. Yes. And Dave said he dialed in fast and did a great job. Yes, he did. It was cool. And Diana, what's she got to say? Crown Watts at the Bell on Saturday. Oh my gosh. People waited in line outside 30 to 40 minutes. Wow. That's wild. So packed. Crown Watts is amazing. They are. And every time they play the Bell, it fills it up. I've seen them a couple times at the Blue Note. I've seen them at the Bell. I've seen them at Rick's Tavern. Crown Watts is pure perfection. They're musical perfection. They are. And yes, they are. It's cool. Awesome stuff. They're going to be playing Autism Rocks. We've got a whole list of those people that are playing that, and we'll be talking about that on the show on Wednesday with some surprise guests. Good chance Ken Anderson will be joining us from the Ken Anderson Alliance as well. So we're going to have a great time with that on Wednesday. What else we got going here? What's Mark got to say? And he said, my day off, love playing Mr. Burroughs Saturday. You got nothing but great reviews, sir. I was out of town for that. Obviously, I was down in Hamilton for Hollywood's birthday party, but sorry I missed you. I heard great things, and we'll catch you the next time you're rolling through up here. I'm sure she's going to have you back from the way Marcy was talking about you. Hey, TJ, how are you? Dirk Turner from Crying Out Loud, thanks for being here. And TJ opened up for Lynch Mob at the Blue Note the other night. That's cool. That's a great gig, sir. Glad you got to do that. And Carrie just got notified. Well, thank you for being late, Facebook, on the notifications. There's my man, Ed Sawicki. Good to have you with us, Ed. Thank you for being here. Wow. So, yeah, I hope you had a great time with the Blues Challenge. We're going to have Ed on the show here with Peter talking about the Cincinnati Blues Experience. That's coming up here. Watch for that to get posted, and we'll give you dates and times on that. There's Eddie from the Standard Country Time Band. Thanks for dropping in. All right, I got to keep rolling, though. That's enough about the Bell. And Friday night, let's talk about the big weekend, Mr. Hollywood's birthday party. Now, you know, I don't have Dale Robinson here to give a big woo, but I'll give the woo girls out there for Mr. Hollywood. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Patricia, thank you for the woo. Friday night, we kicked it off with the birthday weekend, I'm going to call it. Hollywood's birthday month, really, but it's birthday weekend. And just had a great time. First of all, he's one of the most gracious and wonderful hosts you'll ever meet. He works his venue like none other. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. He runs that place so well. And you know, the Pullmans that own the place, they put a lot into it. They do a lot of reinvesting in their business, and that is very stand up as well. So this venue, if you've never been there, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say 350, 400, maybe it'll hold. It was full Friday night. Hamilton's own CFG and the family was in there. And right before the show, Hollywood DJ'd a set. He DJ'd the first hour and kind of pumped up the crowd and did all that. He was like that lively intro comedian type guy that comes up on the stage and gets everybody warmed up. And Hollywood did a wonderful job of that. And we got a chance to present an award to Mr. Hollywood. He is the first recipient of what we're calling the Support Local Music Hall of Fame. And couldn't have gone to a better guy. He supports local music like none other. He supports local businesses like none other. So, yes, and Dale says we all love Hollywood. John Dale says happy birthday to him. Thank you for that. Pete Davidson, thank you. Kenny Patterson, how are you, buddy? Good to see you with us. And Dale said the Woo girls suck. Thanks, Dale. That's so nice of you. What are you giving me hell about the Woo girls? It's all I got. I need to record you doing it, Dale, and then I could put your woo in here for sure. Absolutely. What's he got? I can't read that stuff. It's so bad. Love Joe's hat. Yes. Love you, Dale. All right. So let's talk about CFG and the Family. Hollywood opened. CFG and the Family comes up. And, a couple of weeks ago, I heard them at the Bell and the Bear. The first time I'd heard the entire band together. So let me first of all say, Brandon Sarber on guitars, Mason Johnson on guitar, Greg Skinner on bass, Pete Davidson on drums, and oh my God, Casey Gomez and his soulful take you to the swamp in the trees with the moss, bluesy, raspy, wonderful voice. This guy, he's a smoke show, man, literally, and not in the fashion sense like a lot of girls are called. No, this guy is one of those that brings fire to the stage and the microphone, and his band is so tight. Anything these guys play, they turn to gold. I'm just going to say that. If you haven't seen them, get out and check these guys out. They wow me every time I get a chance. First time I heard Casey, just his voice at the Bell Jam, he wowed me. But this whole band concept, they set this room up like a living room. I mean, they had grandma's chair. They had a lamp, an old fashioned radio. I mean, they had it all. And the set was cool. The night was cool. The honors for Hollywood were cool. And I was amazed by a couple things. And where I sat at the Bell and the Bear, I got there a little late and we were way in the back. So I didn't get a chance to see as much of the stage presence as I would have liked to. This band works the stage, and Casey is a great front man. His harmonica playing is stellar. The fact that he uses another microphone to dirty up the harmonica, make it a little muddy and dirty, I like a lot. But one thing is just the vibe of the band and how they click. They're having fun up there. And one thing I really loved, they did a version of the Commodore's Easy. And let me cough again. It was the arrangement on that was really cool. And the dance floor was packed. It took Casey a couple songs to get people up and jamming with him. But what a great way to kick off a weekend at Pullman Lanes. Now, I could go down their whole set list, but all I'm going to say is if you like bluesy stuff and swamp blues, as he likes to refer to it, if you like it, go see them. Find out where they're playing. They are playing also North Second Tap, I know, coming up. So follow CFG and the Family. And Dale just said family time. So when you yell out the word, what time is it at one of their shows, everybody yells family time. And it is a family. The people that came to see him, Hamilton supports live local music really well. And Casey and company, CFG and the Family, have a huge following. And they are loyal, faithful followers. These people were having a good time. And I think Hollywood and Pullman had a great weekend. I think they did. Bill said he posted a video of Easy. He'll post a video later of Easy tonight. Yeah. And Dale, if you haven't followed, Bill, I'm sorry. I was worried about Dale yelling family time. Bill, if you haven't followed him, he's got some great videos up on his page. So just look at him there and click on him and follow his stuff and send him a little friend request or whatever. And Glenn said, and Black Sabbath. Yeah. Where did that come from? Where does it all come from? I mean, it's so crazy how good it is. And Casey, if you're still on here, thank you so much for a wonderful night of music. And, I hadn't even planned on being there on Friday. I was supposed to be there for the birthday party Saturday. And I will tell you, when Mrs. Hall around town says we're going somewhere, that's where I go. And she said, I want to go see CFG and the family at Pullman's. I said, we're going Saturday, right? She goes, yeah, I want to go. I was like, okay, we're going. And we had a really good meal before the show at a place called SOB in Liberty Center. Take your checkbook. That's all I got to say. But yeah, it was fun. Really good stuff. And so thank you to our friends now, because I think we're part of the family now. I feel like we're part of the family with CFG and the family. So thank you to Brandon. Thank you to Mason. Thank you to Greg, Pete, and of course, Casey. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for a wonderful night. That was our Friday night. Night number 2, people, and I got to keep rolling here. Night number 2, Pullman Lanes. And what else we got here? I'm seeing Tom's throwing in a shameless plug there for a time stamp. Jimmy B's treated him well. Thank you for that. I appreciate. I always love to hear musicians talk about the venues and how well they're treated. That's why we awarded Hollywood that award. I'll tell you that, because he treats the musicians like their family. He does. And Casey's going to be guesting with the Gina and Johnny band this month on February 15th. Is that at the Bell? Is that the Gina and Johnny night at the Bell on a Wednesday? Because, oh, wow. I got to say wow about that one, because I've always said Casey needs to be singing with Gina some. Yes. Okay. Johnny said, yeah. So there it is. Shameless plug in for that one. And we'll have that one on our list of who's playing out too when it comes to that week. And Gina's here too. Hi, Gina. Another one with a wonderful voice, Miss Gina McCann. Love her to death. And yeah, that'll be a show. Casey, Gina, and Johnny. Wow. Sorry, guys. They're going to have to, they're definitely going to have to raise the roof on that one at the Bell. That'll be great. Sorry, I am in bad shape, people. And yes. Just talk to me about Jethro's Tiki Hut. You were blown away. All right. The hospitality from the owners in the city was incredible. I want to hear about it. Let me know. We want to talk about it. We get them involved in sending us their stuff too, because we love venues that support music, and we love venues that are good to musicians. We do. So Saturday, let's get to Saturday. Night number 2 at Pullman Lanes. Sean Poole from Sean Poole and Buckin, Buckin, Crazy. And yes, look at that. Steve says, Gina's voice stopped me in my tracks Thursday night. She has that ability, doesn't she? Yeah, she is so soulful too. Love us some Gina McCann. We do. So Sean Poole opened the show that night, doing a kind of a solo with, well, he had another guitarist with him, and I think from Buckin' Crazy. And Sean got up there, sang some classic country tunes and old school country by himself. Did a great job on the stage. Got the crowd warmed up for the lead act, or the main stage act, which was Stagger Lee. And we'll talk about them in just a moment. But I do want to mention Sean, super nice guy. Finally got a chance to meet him, and got a chance to chat for a little bit. And he personified country, man. He had the hat, the whole cowboy hat, the shirt, the whole bit. He looked like old school country. I love to see it. If you're going to play it, you might as well look like it. And he did a great job. The crowd loved him. And he opened that show up for Hollywood's big birthday bash at Pullman Lanes. And what's Gary got to say about the Tiki Hut? Great place. He said he performed there before. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Sounds like a good place. So if you know anything about Stagger Lee, they've been around for 41 years. Bobby Joe, obviously the lead singer. Steve on lead guitar, which is Steve, I'm going to mess his name up, Faleros, I think. That may be how you say it. Steve Faleros. Mike Topanga on drums, or Topanga, depending on how you want to say it, on drums, and Tom Winter on bass. Now, let me say this too. Bobby Joe, he's one of those two that walks out on that stage and he just commands the room with his country flair. And if you like old school country music, you here's another one that you would have really enjoyed seeing. Bobby Joe has smooth vocals. He did everything from Alan Jackson he went way back in time to Merle Haggard. Who else? Conway, those kind of bands. Some really good stuff that night. And then the rest of the band in themselves, they're rock stars too. Steve, he looks like a rock star. The guitarist plays incredibly. And he sang some songs too and blew us away with it. So really a good thing. And Mike, probably one of the steadiest drummers I've really heard. There's a lot of good drummers out there. Mike had that steady country sound, didn't overplay it, didn't, the music wasn't overshadowed by the drums or the snare or this or that. It was just perfect. And Tom laying down great bass lines. So a wonderful band, obviously had a love for Hollywood. That's why they were playing there that night. And some guests jumped up on the stage that evening and played. And Glenn says Staggerly is awesome. They had some guests join them throughout the evening as well. One being Mason Johnson from CFG and the Family. Now, what was nice is to sit and chat with Casey Gomez, who was there. He came over. We talked for a bit and watching Mason and the band play. And several other musicians and that were in the house that night also. And what else we got? Yes, Derek and Mason. I was just getting to that. We'll throw that comment up there, Casey. Mason gets up to play. Derek, his dad, gets up to play. And seeing a father-son dueling guitars, man, it was so good. It was amazing, first of all. And the fact that's one thing you can see there. Bobby Joe, he's not uptight about people getting on stage with him. Who do you have up there? Michelle Robinson joined him on stage. Obviously, Derek and Mason played a lot together up there. That was really cool. I enjoyed that immensely, but the whole night was just perfect. And all the honors for Hollywood there. And you talk about a packed room. This place was wall to wall on Saturday night. In fact, we pulled in a little before 7:00 and I didn't think we were going to get a parking place. And Angela Combs got up there as well. I was trying to get to her. Thank you for that. And Mason said he tried to give his dad a run for his money. Well, let me tell you, you guys compliment each other so well. And that was just one of the coolest moments in the evening. I got to say, Staggerly was great, but when you guys got up there with him, it was awesome. Bill said he'll post Staggerly video from last year at Lori's. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of new country. They did old country. They did, Chris Stapleton tunes, which are popular as what right now. Angela Combs, Casey, was another one that wowed me with her vocal ability. And I've never heard Angela Combs sing in my life. And she was great. She got up there with him and did a great job. So a wonderful night at Pullman Lane, Scott's Bar and Grill for Hollywood's birthday party. And that was our weekend, folks. We did on Sunday. I can tell you, we went to grandkids' basketball games and watched a poor football game. Yes. And Liz says Blackfoot is a closer. How about that? Yep. Yeah. Amazing. Just going everywhere. They were everywhere that night. Mrs. Hall Around Town had a great night that night too. We had a good time. And I just got to say a huge thank you to Hollywood because he treats us like royalty there and he doesn't have to. And I appreciate it so much. And he treats everybody that way. I mean, he is one of those people. He's Jim, and Pullman Lanes is very fortunate to have him there, and he's fortunate to have them and the venue. They give him free reign to do what he needs to do, and it's a great marriage between the two. So, congratulations to Hollywood for being the recipient of our first ever Support Local Music Hall of Fame award. Yeah, that's awesome. And thank you to Stagger Lee, Bobby Joe, Steve, Mike, Tom. Killer night. Derek and Mason, thank you so much. Angela, Michelle Robinson, got a chance to sit and talk to her. We never get to talk. We were joking about that because I'm usually at one of her shows and she's busy and we say hi and never get to talk. So it's really cool to see the music community come together. And as Hollywood said, it warmed his heart. It warmed his heart so many times that night, it was on fire. It did. We love you, Hollywood. Thank you so much, man. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up. That's all we got for today. We'll be with you tomorrow. Look out. Fasten your seatbelts. Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis and Scott coming your way. And one thing I didn't mention, I should have mentioned, and I will real quick. Rooster Fries just popped up and reminded me right there. Hollywood and I did a little stint on Rooster Radio that night. We had a blast with it, talking, and Bobby Joe from the band, and we had a good time on Rooster Radio. They're doing great things in Hamilton as well. The Rooster Radio guys and the support of their support of live local music and radio. And I'm hoping they keep expanding this thing. You know, they take donations. If you listen to that live stream at all this weekend, both nights, send them a little something, help them keep this going. It takes a lot of equipment to make this happen. And they're there with this entire setup like we got in the studio on site, recording and going live. At one time, I think 1,800 listeners across the world. So that's cool. People in the military listening to this stuff. So awesome, wonderful things Rooster Radio is doing. Rooster Fries, thank you so much. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Steve. And they'll see Joe on Saturday. Sounds like timestamp heading down to Pullman Lanes. They are. Thank you, Diana. And thank you, Diana, for what you do with the great pictures. Thank you, Dewey Cole. I appreciate you being here. Casey Gomez, you're welcome, my friend. Dale Robinson, check in with us again real soon. And Cincy Local Music. And thank you for that. Giving a shout out to all the great local musicians and venues. That's what we like to hear. It is. Cincy Local Music there. Check out their page as well, guys. And, you know, Dewey, some of it gets archived. It's on their website. You can check their website out, Rooster Radio. And they have some of it archived. Most of it is live, but some of it is on there. So you can check that out if you would. That's all we got. That's all we got. That's it. I'm going to die, so I got to get off here. Thank you, guys. Love y'all. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis and Scott. Watch for our page in the morning. We'll have that. And go back and look at our pictures from the weekend from the wonderful stuff down at Pullman Lanes, Scott's Bar and Grill. Until next time, guys, get out and support live local music and the bands and the venues that bring it to you. This is All Around Town Radio. Scott Hall, your host. We're signing off for now. Bye, everybody.
Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to All Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice